guys, good afternoon. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't know what's going on. Somebody is trying to make me extremely cross and angry and turn me into a monster, and I've got my sunglasses on because I've had another headache. It's probably stress, another migraine. So it's 2:45. I've got to go out and take my dog out for a walk a bit later on, not right away. I've just been downstairs to check the post, and there is a parcel for next door, the lady with the dachshund. There's a parcel for her, and there's a package for Nutbeam. Nutbeam. I went out this morning with my dog Max just to try and have a relaxing walk, and there was nothing but obstacles in my way. Absolutely full of obstacles, people everywhere. There was a lorry with Derek on it, D-E-R-E-K, which is my late father's name, Derek. There was his name on a lorry. There was a man running around, a Derek lookalike, with a bald patch on top of his head, grey hair and a beard, black shorts, black t-shirt, running around with a loose brown dog. All I wanted to have peace and quiet, walk my dog, and Derek. A lorry with Derek on it, the name of my late departed father. And it's got to the point where I'm not scared of going out. I never will be. I'll always go outside and ignore what's going on and get past all the obstacles in my way. So basically, I went out, as I was coming back, there was the woman with, she had two dogs. The one dog had lame legs. His legs were hanging down, and he was walking, his back legs were wheels. His legs were wheels, and his legs were hanging down, and there were wheels helping him to walk at the back. It seemed hostile, nasty, people, getting out of cars with OG. My dad used to have a car with a number plate OG. He used to have a car with OG on it. And this old lady got out in the middle of the road with this car with the number plate OG. They're coming into my live streams, and they're just coming on there with rude names. I got home, I did a live stream. At that time I did not have a headache, I was fine. I didn't order anything this morning. There was a Tesco delivery lorry outside my window opposite me. I came in, I actually live streamed going out. It was horrendous, it was awful. This guy was shouting at his dog on the field, and he was wandering around willy-nilly, leaving his dog behind. I could hardly walk my dog this morning. I didn't get cross, I didn't get upset, I just stood back about 6 times letting people go past me. I got into my flats, I had a break for 5 minutes, then I did a live stream. Chelsea Leart last night dropped her boobs out of her top, her breasts, and for about 3 or 4 seconds you saw 2 big breasts in front of the camera. Chelsea Leart up in London. Whether it was an accident or not, it was quite an eyeful. Me being a woman, I don't really want to see a pair of women's knockers in my face. Not really. Sat down, came in, did a live stream, and we had a Stephen in there talking about IT, information technology. We had a talk about the old games consoles and how I told Stephen my tablet wasn't working. Kevin came into my stream. Kevin Wilson came into my live stream. Kevin Wilson. And remember that Chelsea Leart has been duetting with Kevin, Mr. UK TikTok. She's been duetting with Kevin, Chelsea. So Kevin Wilson came into my live stream and he gave me a few gifts. He gave me a gift. He blew a kiss to me. I blew a kiss back, being friendly banter. And he is actually going on about big breasts to me. Kevin, a different Kevin. I said to Kevin Wilson, thank you for coming into my live stream. I'm really not dating anybody, but thank you for coming into my live stream. Maybe we can meet up for a coffee one day, but I'm not looking to actually get attached with anybody. He's texting me at the moment. He's sending me hearts, and he made references to my big boobs. Bless him. But it wasn't me that dropped my boobs out of my top yesterday. It wasn't me. So I did 2 live streams this morning. I did a live stream around the Rochester Riverside field, and it was interrupted for my own safety. These people are just being rude to me. They're getting in my way. They're not apologising. They're not smiling. They're staring at me stone-faced. There was a man that had a great long hedge cutter right outside the co-op. I haven't been in the co-op this morning. What a nice greeting that would have been, you know, going into the co-op with a man like my dad with a grey beard with a great big long hedge cutter right outside the co-op at Rochester Riverside this morning. And the noise, the horrific noise, no wonder I've got a headache. And they're cutting things and it's releasing all the pollen. Hence I've got a headache right in my sinuses, and I've got sunglasses on. They're going crazy trying to keep me stuck indoors and not going outside. They're trying to threaten me. They're trying to scare me. They're trying to intimidate me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Dogs are barking when I'm speaking. I've got to go out in a minute, so 5 minutes before I'm going out, you've got all this dog nuisance noise going off. Woof. That's downstairs, that's Tracy, the disabled lady. They let their dogs out at the bottom, and every time I try and speak, we've got dogs barking. So we've got this Kevin that's got quite attached to me, who's remarking on my big breasts. He's a TikToker. He's a nice bloke, but it wasn't me that dropped my boobies out of my top. That was Chelsea Lee yesterday. Then we've got this evening with the homeless people that keep trying to intimidate me and take the piss. I'm wondering what's going to happen this evening. I've bid on properties. I'm trying to get out of here as soon as possible, but there's nothing in the immediate future. So it's just a case of having to call the police. If they're not letting me do what I want to do, they can do what they like, yeah, to a certain extent. But I am allowed to walk outside my door, breathe and walk the same path they're walking on. They don't own the path. They don't own the field. And it's getting on my nerves. The intimidation. So there's no post. But I've got some shopping coming this week. I've got food. I'm not a nasty, angry person. I just mind my own business. And yeah, what is this, Derek? I told you my father was called Derek. I keep getting, oh, lovely lady, right? And I am a lady, a woman. And I told Kevin, I said, I'm not really dating, I'll have a cup of coffee with you, but why do people suddenly say to me when I meet them for the first time that they love me and they want me to fall in love with them? Why is this happening with everyone that I meet? What are you trying to do? Scare me to death so I get a relationship with somebody I don't want to be with? Because I'm scared to go outside, or I'll run to a man who's talking about my breasts. Yeah? Anyway, guys, I've got to go for a minute. I'm going to have a couple of sips of my hot chocolate and we'll see what happens next. See you later.